This is Kelly, and I'm with Lou Brown again. And again, I've been a Street Smart licensee for almost 10 years now. Something I want to talk to you specifically about today was this can be rather a lonely business. It really can. And being female myself and single, yeah, I'm single. I mean, but it really can. I'm being humorous, but it can be a lonely business. You can feel like you're on your own. And one of the things that I've always liked about your product is that and you have multiple products, but I'm going to specifically talk like the whole enchilada, is that the forms, all the things that are there work together. And so, you know, it's like there's somebody with me all the time. Between the forms, the fact that you've already been in business for over 30 years, and you've thought a lot of this, you've been through the different economies as they've fluctuated, so you've already been in economies like this.
Yes.
This is not new to you, is it, Lou?
No, baby.
No, it's
I've
not
been
Lou.
here before,
Yeah.
multiple economies. You know, the good thing about what we're experiencing right now is you can not only make profit like we've always made in all economies, you can make some huge profits in this particular economy. But as soon as it rights itself again, we'll be back to still making a profit in this business. That's one of the things I love about real estate.
Right, and so going back with the feminine side and looking at, you know, a lot of women are, you know, want to get into this or already are in it but don't know how to really move forward because they hear the news and they get the fear thing going on and they feel like they're all alone. And so one of the things I wanted to talk to you about is, you know, sometimes it just feels good to have a coach or a mentor, a partner, someone who's with you. And you actually have a coaching program now, isn't that correct?
I do. I don't care how much training they've got. I don't care how much background they've got in terms of not experience, but just hearing what other people have done. All of a sudden now it's them. They got a deal. It's right here in my face. I don't know what to do. Like the deer in the headlights.
That is so me. That is so me. Sometimes I'm like, ah!
Exactly. So now, you know, if you're deer in the headlights, I don't know if this is going to work or not. So we created a coaching program where people could actually send in their deals and then we could give them a response. And we could say, okay, look, you're missing this information right here. We can't really advise you on whether this is a good deal or not until you get this information. And then send them back out, get the information, come to us, then we can tell them exactly what kind of deal they've got and exactly how to go back to the seller with an offer that absolutely makes sense and gives them the most profit.
Oh, that's fabulous. Now, also, I know you do have a coaching program, but besides that, I mean, some people, you know, are really new in this industry and they would want to know, like, what should a coach be? What kind of experience should a coach have? I mean, I actually know you, so I know some things about you, but what actually would be questions that you would ask a coach if you were seeking one?
Well, you know, one of the things that is so important is to really find out if that coach has any experience.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Because, you know, out there in the real world, there's coaches right now that are coaching. They've been in the business for a year. Maybe they've done one deal, and suddenly they are qualified to coach.
They're an expert.
I laugh out loud. And, you know, this is not anything I made up. This is actually licensees coming to me and saying, Lou, you're not going to believe this. I used to be in this other person's coaching program. I actually asked the coach, how many deals have you done? They said one deal. I said, ay, ay, ay. So my advice would be, definitely find out what their background is, what their experience is, what their knowledge level is, and then find out about some of the mistakes they've made too.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
You know, because
everybody's made mistakes.
You better. Our guidance is around making fewer mistakes and making intelligent decisions that are really going to put the money in your pockets. And here's the way I look at it. I've already made all the mistakes. So I'm here to make sure that you don't make the mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also that means that, let me gather my thought, if they're seeking you as a coach and you have information for them, but also they can actually go to maybe like your website and find out how many deals you've done. I mean, because you can say, oh, I've made mistakes, or I mean, a lot of people say a lot of things, but literally, I mean, like, I'll just put you on the spot. How many houses have you bought and sold in the last 12 months?
Oh, in the last 12 months?
I mean, be real now. Tell me the truth.
I will.
I want the honest answer.
I'll tell you the truth, Kelly. Over 50 properties.
And you sold those?
And sold them too.
Really
Absolutely
sold them?
right. Like really,
really. Like really. I really sold them. Well, and I say that because, you know, I've been an investor, you know, well, you know, we always talk about, well, soon and almost, but you're saying actually bought and sold over 50 houses in the last 12 months.
And let me clarify, you know, one of the things I teach is that when you're exiting a property, you want to have multiple exit strategies. So we buy in multiple ways, we sell in multiple ways as well. Rent, rent to own, owner finance, cash sale, work for equity. We've got multiple ways that we can exit a property. We use them all.
Right, and then that would all be like in the whole enchilada because, I mean, I love that you call it that. It actually, and since I have it, it really does cover everything. But so you're covering all those ways to sell so that in a market like today where there's maybe banks are a little tighter with the money or whatever's going on, your students, people who maybe come to you for coaching or mentoring would then see how they could actually get the courage to buy, knowing they have, you know, what, 10 exits or 20 or whatever, they actually have more than one way to sell.
And we teach those so that whenever you've got a deal on the table, this is exactly how the most profitable way, I should say, to buy it, and this is the most profitable way to sell it, so that you can make the big spread on all the numbers there.
So they're actually making a choice. I mean, each way, they're looking at every scenario saying, okay, the best way to buy is this. I can make more this way because of something they've learned from you. And then, oh, I can maybe sell it these 6 ways, but I'm not tied into any one. And, oh, if I can, you know, maybe one of these 3 ways would be the way to make the most money on this deal.
Amen.
Ah, and see, again, from the feminine women's side, you know, just having that sometimes, it's not that, just sometimes that little added extra information, it's all in one place, it's all tied together, and then having, I mean, I loved when you were talking about how they could fax in the deal, and so it's almost like having, you know, someone on your shoulder saying, yeah, go this way.
Exactly
this
right.
This is great, and you might want to go with it this way, which is just, you know, it's perfect. It's just perfect.
Preventing the problem before it
Yes.
occurs.
Yes, like
if
all your
you're
paperwork.
on your own, hanging out there, trying to make an offer, trying to make a deal, and you've got nobody looking over your shoulder, you don't really know if you're in charted waters or uncharted waters, and if this is the thing that's actually going to take you out of the game.
Right.
And my favorite saying is, this is way too good of a game to be taken out of. So you've got to make sure that you're on the right path, particularly in the beginning, because many people can't recover from that mistake.
Oh, right, because I mean, people don't have enough money to recover from major mistakes or that they may have made along the way, or just maybe even small mistakes sometimes can put enough fear in someone to be, I love this. I absolutely love it. So it's streetsmartinvestor.com is how they can find you quickly and easily. I love quickly and easily, so they're going to find that, right?
That's right. Or call 1-800-578-8580. Guys, I've got something special for you. I want to give you a gift. Come see us.